What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel with your boy CST Gaming and another review slash unboxing video for you today with a package all the way from Korea. Guys, this is going to be a unique and interesting one, if I say so myself. So if you care to find out what it is, stick around.
From Sicily to the seas, Navy chief with memories. Now a streamer filled the breeze. CST Gaming aims to please.
If you like what you see, please check out our channel sponsors and partners linked in the description down below. By doing so, you will let me continue to provide videos like this in the future. You may also find unique discount codes from some of our sponsors for a small saving. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing and turn on your notifications to get warned on future streams and videos like this. To my sponsors and members of the channel, I want to thank you for your continued support, as none of this will be possible without you all. I salute you.
From the cockpit to the mic, streaming dreams take off in flight. Global journeys left and right. CST Gaming lights the night with the jets he climbs the ranks.
Alright guys, as I stated before, we have a package that came straight from Korea. From this company that reached out to me about a couple of weeks ago and asked me if I would be interested into taking a look at one of their products. This company is called PU Air Korea. Now, if you go onto the website, which you can find on puairkorea.com, again, that's puairkorea.com, and you click on gears, this particular company has a few products that they sell for flight simulation. They have a CDU, a minimized overhead panel. They have additional pads for the said CDU, which will go more in details with you guys here in a second. I don't know what this PU Force Experience is. Not sure what that is. They have the original version of the MCDU, which they no longer make because they came out with the V2 version. They have currently out of stock. They have autopilot main panel and rubber buttons for PU MCDU, replacement buttons that is, and then they have an autopilot mini panel and honeycomb alpha yoke mount pilot knee board. So a couple of things. They're not literally 9 items that they sell on their websites, but the one thing that we took interest on and they offered us to take a look at was the PU CDU V2. Now when we open this up, you'll see that the PU CDU V2 is priced as $279.99, and it comes with an additional free pad. Now what does that mean? We'll take a look more in depth once we do the unboxing, but basically what that means is that you get one MIG-DO with interchangeable faceplates to make it work with different aircraft. Now for the average flight simmer, I think this is very, very unique and interesting, especially if you don't want like 3 or 4 different FMSs, you know, laying around in your room and swapping them every time and all that good stuff, right? So if you're just going for the minimized look and you only want to have one item rather than 3 or 4, especially at the price of these things, you know, being very, very high, it might be worthwhile, if this thing is as good as it looks, to have this MIG-DO, right, with, you know, 2 or 3 additional pads. Hi guys, so here we have the box. I've already cut it open to kind of make the video a little quicker here. I'm sure we're gonna have to cut some more stuff open, but let's see what's inside here. Let's open this bad boy up and let's see what we got. All right, the first thing we get right out of the box is looks like some cables. Let's see what kind of cables we get in this package here. See what we got for cables. All right, looking at these cables, we can really quickly tell that we are both required to hook this up via USB. So we'll get a USB-A to USB-C cable. Looks like to be very long, so you shouldn't have no issues hit reaching your PC or your USB hub. You'll get an HDMI cable. Like I stated, we're both going to need to hook it up via USB and HDMI to get the screen to work. So we'll get a nice long, actually, HDMI cable. We'll get an adapter to convert your HDMI cable to DisplayPort, if all you have available is a DisplayPort. And then we get a 90-degree adapter for your HDMI cable. So if you are like in the room, or you need to hook it up with a 90-degree angle, depending on how you place this on your rig or your desk, they provide you with everything you need to be able to hook this thing up. So that's refreshing. In this little bag here, neatly packaged, we have the actual metal stand. This thing is metal standard, guys. It looks like it unfolds like this. Spread this thing. Oh, look at this. Okay. All right. Very nice. And then you can set the angles here. Let me see if I can get a good shot. You can set the angle on how the CDU actually lays on your desk. That's actually very unique. All right, so here's the actual CDU inside here. It's got the drawing of it in the front of the box. Yeah. On the side, you actually have a QR code which you can scan for installation instructions. PU CDU V2 on the box. Very cool. But guys, let's stop playing around. Let's get into this thing. Open this thing up. We are greeted with a quick user guide. All right, what do we got here? Actually, these are the faces. All right, let's take a look at what we got here. And this feels to be a metal face, and it looks like it's the Airbus. So this is actually metal construction. The buttons feels really good. If you're familiar with the WINWING McDo, these are pretty much almost the same buttons. They're just a little more rigid. They're a little more. They're not as soft as the WINWING CDU. But this is your Airbus plate. You can see how it's constructed in the back with all the buttons. All right, over here we have an additional plate that they sent us to look at. Now this one is probably going to be the plastic version, and indeed it is. This is indeed the plastic version, and I'm going to be honest with you, the metal feels a little heavier, better to the touch, but the plastic is just as good, man. I mean, I don't even know if this thing is like 3D printed or if it's like press fit. I'm not a press form. I'm not sure, man. But this doesn't have any trace of it being 3D printed at all. So I'm not sure that this is 3D printed, guys. I don't know. I would have to ask them and find out how they make this stuff, because it is so smooth. And this looks like the 737 NG panel. So we'll take a look at that here momentarily. Let's see what else we got in the box. Oh, this looks like the 777 panel right here. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, guys. This is very, very unique, guys. Very unique. It might not be, when it comes to these three panels, there might not be a one-to-one representation of the real thing, but it's gonna function just like the real thing. I have no doubt in my mind. But we'll make sure of that once we hook it up to the rig. So again, looking at this, we have our Airbus panel, we have our 737 panel, and then we have our 777 panel. So that's going to be amazing. This is the actual McDo itself. So let's open this bad boy up and see what we got in there. And there it is, boys. There's a protective film on the actual screen. We'll leave that in there just for the time being. All the buttons there with the respective LEDs right under the buttons. Very positive click when you click on these. It feels really good. It looks like to be 3D printed. You have a knob here, not probably, but I'm assuming that the knob here is to adjust the brightness of the keypad and maybe the screen. We'll take a look at that once we hook this bad boy up. But yeah, short and sweet. This is what we're looking at. So we have our panel here. Let's put this here. Let's put this here. Let's get another panel, and I'll show you guys exactly why I think this is very unique. And I think that I might be wrong, but I think that PU Air is the only people that are doing something like this. So right here we have our metal Airbus panel. So let's say you want to fly an Airbus today. You would have this hooked up to your rig, and you would just put your panel on, and it's on there via magnets, guys. So as you can see, it's on there, magnetically held into place. And now you got, I don't know if you guys can hear that, all the buttons click, very positive click. Absolutely fantastic, man. I love this. And there you go. This will be your Airbus make do right here. Let's say, hey, I'm done flying Airbus. I want to fly my 737 today. You would just pull this out. You would grab your 737 panel and put that bad boy on there. And same thing. You got all the respective buttons in it. Route, climb, cruise, destination menu. You got all that good stuff. But now you have a 737 configuration. Absolutely fantastic. All right, well, you know what, guys? I am tired of flying the 737. I'm going to fly me a 777. Boom. Again, very positive feel with the buttons. Nothing to complain about there. And it looks absolutely fantastic, guys. It looks absolutely fantastic. No complaints from the looks, no complaints for the feel so far. The only thing we got to make sure is that it functions just as good. Some other things to point out is, once you have it hooked up, there is a power switch right here to the side. So make sure that you power this bad boy on. There's some software related to this particular unit that we're going to need to download from PU Air Korea, which enables this to work seamlessly with the flight simulator. So absolutely fantastic. In the back you have your USB-C and your HDMI port to go ahead and plug it in. All right, let's see real quick before we hook this up to the rig. Let's see how it gets installed to this stand here. The stand is absolutely fantastic. I like the stand. It's got like little hooks here, as you can see. It's got a hook on this side and a hook over here as well. I hope you guys are getting a good picture of this, which I think the unit actually slides onto. Let's see, because there's holes right here, one right here and one right here. So I'm thinking that the unit actually slides in there so it stays firm into place. Let's see if I'm right, so that it falls into the hole as well. 1 and 2, and then it slides up. Oh yeah, look at that. And then you can just put the unit down at whatever angle you want. Boom. This would probably be my angle right here, actually. Look at that, guys. I love the stand. I really like the stand, guys. And like I said, you can adjust the angle there. Right here, for example, if you wanted to sit lower, you can put it just like that. I love the stand. The stand is absolutely fantastic. I like this design. It's all made out of metal. I don't know if it's metal or aluminum, but the stand is absolutely fantastic. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. And let's say if you want to put it all the way down, you can put it all the way down to right here. It's almost flat, guys. As you can see, almost a flat configuration here. And then it goes up to this position, this position, this position right here, and one more. Bam. Without any further ado, what we're going to do is we're going to hook this thing up to the rig. We're going to download the software required. I'm going to show you guys everything that I do as I do it. And we'll see how this thing works with the actual sim. We're going to try the PMDG 737. We'll try the Phoenix 320. And we'll try the PMDG 777. We'll do it on Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Because on 2024, I do not have the PMDG aircraft. So I figure we'll just do it on 2020. If it works on 2020, I am pretty sure that it's not going to have any issues working on 2024 once PMDG brings those aircraft to 2024. Let's take care of the most satisfying portion of this video. There you go. Oh yeah. All right guys, I'll see you guys on the rig. All right guys, we are on the rig. I'm going to show you real quick where to go to get the software required to be able to run this unit. You're going to come to the actual product page, you're going to scroll down and you're going to go to the installation tab. You're going to click on that. Over here, I've already done it, so I'm not going to do it again. You're going to download the actual PU Connect for Microsoft Flight Simulator. They actually have an XPlane version as well if you're an XPlane. And then they have a couple of troubleshooting steps for you to take a look at to make sure that your WASM folder is installed the correct way into your community folder. So make sure that that's done. If everything goes seamless, then it's going to run you to the installation of both the actual software and the actual WASM folder in your community folder as well. Alright guys, so here we are on the active runway in KOKC. Let's go ahead and turn on our unit here. Unit is turned on. We have the software running in the background. The first thing we're going to need to do is, it already recognizes that we are in the PMDG 737, but the first thing we're going to need to do is go and look at our PMDG here. And we're going to go ahead and press right alt and left key on the mouse. Alright, so now that we have our panel popped out, again, the way you pop this out, let's go ahead and close it. I'll show you guys again. You're going to press an old right alt on your keyboard, and then you're going to press on the left key, on the left mouse key. This pops out. It's huge. It doesn't matter. What you're going to do is you're going to bring up your PU Connect software. You're going to press on where it says SPA, and you're going to click execute, and just by magic, there it is right there. Well, I just realized that I have the wrong plate on here. I have the Airbus plate in there, so I'll be right back. Let me switch plates real quick. All right guys, we are back. This is the best I could do with the camera and the lighting situation that I got going on in the house. So I promise you that live it looks a lot better than what it does on camera. But let's continue on with our flight plan. So we're going to continue with the position in it. We're going to go to reference airport. It's going to be KO. Oh, and we can actually adjust the lighting of the keypad right here, guys. So we're going to go to KOKC. Put that bad boy in there. There you go. Looks like it's already aligned here because we went with a state of on the runway here. Let's go to route. Let's request a route. Oh, that's because I have KOKC down here at the bottom. Let's go ahead and erase that. Request a route. Sim brief. Perfect. We're going to set the payload. We're going to set the fuel. Very nice. And we're going to go to route select. It is currently requested. There it is. We're going to go ahead and load the flight plan. Route uplink is loading. There you go. We're going to activate it and execute. There's a route. Now we can work on our departures. Let's say we are departing out of runway 17 left. We're just going to do the, I don't care guys. We'll do the final 3 with the FARA. We're going to execute that. Let's go back to index on the arrival. We're going to set ourselves up ILS approach Zulu 09 on the Comics 2 with ALK and MZB. We're going to execute that. And then we're going to keep going. The performance. 0 fuel weight. Pops right up. We got 2.0 on there. We can set our cost index to 60. We're cruising at flight level 360. I'm going to go and execute that. You can keep going by putting all your wins in there. Let's go to N1 limit. You can select TO1, TO2, all that good nonsense. Perfect. We'll do flaps 5. CG is going to be 19, and we'll put our V speeds in there as well. Quick and down and dirty, guys. Here's our legs. We can go to our legs. Dude, it's absolutely fantastic. I love it. I love the fact that it's one unit for 3 different planes. But now that you see how it works seamlessly with the PMDG, we're gonna check it out in the PMDG 777 and see what we get there. I will be right back, guys. All right, guys, we have switched the aircraft to the PMDG 777 freighter version. First thing we want to do is, again, we need to pop out our screen. So right Alt and left key on your mouse, bring up your software, which automatically recognizes that you are in the PMDG 777, and execute. And just by magic, our screen is already there. Just like that, guys. Absolutely fantastic. I've went ahead and modified the flight plan just to go through it real quick here. Let's go to EFB just to make sure everything is working correctly. It's the same flight plan that we were using before, but nonetheless, it's going to work out. So let's go to FMC, position in it. We are in KOKC. Bam. Oh, one thing. See, I keep forgetting, guys. We are still operating with the 737 NG plate. Let's go ahead and fix that right now. Pull the plate out. You're probably going to be blinded by the light. Could have probably just turned that down for you guys. And let's put our 777 plate in. And there you go. Just like that, guys. We can turn the brightness of the keys back up if we wish to do so. Very nice. All right, cool. Let's go to our route. And let's go ahead and request the good old route through SimBrief. Good. We're going to set the payload. We're going to set the fuel. Very nice. We're going to clear that bad boy. And we're going to select the route. It's already there. We're going to go ahead and activate that route. Execute. Very good. Let's go to our departure. Uplink is loading. Okay, there you go. Now we execute, yeah? Now can we do our departures? Yeah, there you go. We have, let's do 17 left, final, Farah, execute. Perfect. Let's go back to our arrival. Localizer 27, comics, LAX, that's great, execute. There you go. We can keep going with our init page, set at 0 fuel weight. Reserve is probably wrong, but nobody cares. Good. Let's go ahead and accept that. That's already been accepted. There you go. Cool. We can go with a thrust limb. We can set whatever we want in here. Let's go to takeoff. We're gonna do flaps 5, our CG 26, and then we'll put our V speeds in there, just like so. Ladies and gentlemen, absolutely fantastic. You can take a look at your route. Yeah, very nice indeed. All right, well, what do we got next, guys? Let's take a look at the Airbus, see how it works with the Airbus. All right, guys, so here we are back in the aircraft. This time we are in the Phoenix 321. Let's go ahead and go to our FMC here, and let's go ahead and load our flight plan. There you go. Mass balance. We're gonna go ahead and load this thing instantly. Boom, there it is. Perfect. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take a look at our FMC. Again, we're gonna press the right Alt and left click of the mouse, and boom, it's already there. But we need to open up our software here and click execute for it to take effect. There it is. Perfect. Now let's see how we do this. Let's go to ATSU, AOC, flight init. We're gonna go ahead and request. Bam. We should have a flight plan come in. The colors are perfect, guys, by the way. The colors are absolutely fantastic. There he goes. Perfect. Good deal. That's good. We can go to our init page and we should be able to request these flight plan over here as well. Delta 779. Boom. Cost index we'll do 50. We'll cruise at 360. Why not? Perfect. I don't care. We're just experimenting here, guys. All our weights are there, good to go. Let's go to our flight plan and let's do a departure out of here, see what happens. 17 left, We'll take the Allgate 3 with UC, that's fine. Insert on over to San Diego. We'll do the RNAV Zulu 27. We'll take the Lucky 1 level, and we'll do via Lindy. Boom. We'll insert that bad boy. There's your flight plan. Oh, sorry about that. I pressed the wrong key. There you go. There's your flight plan. We can scroll through it and all that good stuff. Everything works as you can go to your fix info page. Let's see. Let's go to a performance page here. Let's pretend we did a calculation and we got 150, 151, 160. And then we got one / down 0.2. Put that in there. We're gonna flex at 60 degrees. Boom. There you go, guys. It's all there. Everything works just as it should. We can check our messages. We can go to ATSU, AOC menu. We can go to receive messages. We got a preliminary load sheet. Go ahead and accept that. We'll return. Load sheet, accept that, and return. Awesome. Guys, I mean, not much else to say here, man. Alright, guys, well, not much there left to talk about. Again, this was a video here to unbox, showcase, and review this product by PU Air Korea. This is, again, their PU CDU version 2. The review copy that they sent me as a metal Airbus panel, and then 2 plastic other additional panels, which is one for the 777 and one for your 737 NG. I think for those people that do not want to buy, 3 or 4 different units, this might be a valuable solution. Buy one CDU and then use several different faceplates to be able to configure your different aircraft. So again, let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think about this particular MCDU? Is this a good idea? Is this a novel idea? Is this unique? I actually think so. I think it's very unique. I don't think I've not seen other companies that are doing the same thing, where they use one unit and have interchangeable faceplates. I think that's a very unique and interesting idea, and it works. It just works. It's plug and play with the software that you download from the website. It just works seamlessly. Literally, it's a click of a button, so very simple to use. If you want like specific aircraft units that are one-to-one representation, then obviously this is not the unit for you. But if you want a unit that's universal and works across all different type of aircraft, and you have the ability to use MobiFlight and or SPAD.next to make it work with literally every aircraft in the sim, then you might want to take a look at this. Again, if you're new to the channel, please don't consider subscribing, hitting that notification bell. That way you are warned next time I go live or upload a video review like this. If you're returning subscribers and a member of the channel and a sponsor, I want to thank you all for the continued support and for allowing me to do this type of content, man. Until next time, as I always say, I salute you all. Please, please, please continue to stay safe, have fun, and as always, peace out.
Global journeys left and right.